Hello again, back for part 2 of Curtis the Crock. Remember yesterday we left Curtis circling around Joseph Crock, and he was thinking Joseph would make a good dinner, but then Joseph had a bright idea about distracting Curtis with a story and feed his mind instead of his stomach. Before you eat me, Curtis Crock, may I tell you a story? Everyone says I am superb at telling stories, and it is truly a wonderful tale. I would love to share it with you. A story, huh? Curtis Crock thought for a moment. Share? That was a new word in his vocabulary. No one ever shared with him. Of course, he never shared with anyone either. Well, I guess it won't hurt to hear a story. No one ever tells me stories. Hurry along, though, because I am famished and time is wasting. Curtis Crock settled down to listen to Joseph Crock's story. Joseph Crock embarked on his story. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far below the banks of the river, there lived a young crocodile prince by the name of Samson. Now Samson was in love with a beautiful crocodile maiden by the name of Dora. But alas, their love was doomed even before it could begin to blossom. For you see, Prince Samson's father was a very jealous man, and he wanted to keep the prince all to himself. He would send the prince on missions just to keep Samson away from Dora. One day, there he is there. The story went on and on. As Joseph Crock was speaking, other animals came out from the surrounding woods to listen too. However, without warning, Joseph Crock stopped. Curtis Crock had become so enthralled in the story that he had forgotten all about his hunger. Go on, Joseph, he demanded. Finish the story. Wonder what's happening. But Joseph Crock had a plan to save his skin, at least for that day. He had no intention of finishing the story. He was going to make Curtis come back to hear more, and in doing so would hopefully prolong his life a bit longer. Joseph knew that physically he was no match for Curtis, so he felt the only way out of this dangerous predicament was to outwit him. I'm afraid I must go home now, Curtis Crock. I have stayed way past the time I usually do, and my parents will be worried. But if you come back here tomorrow at the same time, I will be here, and I will continue on with the story. Curtis Crock deliberated for a moment. He wanted to hear the end of the story, but then again he was famished. Well, he thought, if the story must wait until tomorrow, I am sure I will be able to find some other morsel to satisfy my hunger for tonight. Okay, Joseph Crock, I will be here tomorrow, but you better not trick me. If you do, I will come looking for you and eat you all up. Oh, I promise, said Joseph Crock. I will be here tomorrow to tell you more of the story. There's Curtis taking off. So the two crocodiles parted company for the day, and they met for many days afterward. You see, Joseph Crock was very witty indeed. He felt he could save his skin if he could keep Curtis interested in a never-ending story. Curtis Crock became obsessed with hearing more of the story. He also looked forward to seeing his new friend, Joseph Crock. Curtis Crock began to change. He became less bossy, and he started thinking of more than just his stomach. He invited other crocodiles from all along the river to come and hear Joseph Crock's story. And Curtis Crock learned a valuable lesson. It was better to have friends than be a bully in life and end up all alone. And there's the invitation he sent out. You are invited to come and hear Joseph Crock storytelling. What a nice invitation. As for Joseph Crock, well, he became the most famous for his storyteller for his never-ending story. And to this very day, if you travel to the kingdom of crocodiles to a certain riverbank, you could bump into a large gathering of crocs listening to Joseph Crock tell his stories. And right there, beside Joseph Crock, in the seat of honor, will be Curtis Crock with a satisfied smile upon his chops. And there we have them. So that is the story of Curtis the Crock. And this book is dedicated to those who have encouraged bullies to see beyond themselves, showing them that being a friend is the better road to take in life. This is Miriam Cushnie-Mansour, your writer on the run. I hope you've enjoyed Curtis the Crock. You can find this book, along with many others, on my website, writerontherun.ca. Have a good day. Talk soon. Bye-bye for now.